Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button. Also turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for giving me time with the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. If you guys are on the market for a Jeep, be sure to check out Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram and ask for Phil. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Starting price is $60,845, including the options and also destination. This one stickers for $68,645. Let's talk about styling here for the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Summit. I love the nice gray exterior paint with the aluminum finish here throughout this vehicle. Looking at these headlights here, they are a multi-reflector LED headlight with an automatic low and high beam, LED turn signal, and LED daytime running light. There's also fog lights here at the lower part of the fascia with this gloss painted trim area. Also with some aluminum painted trim. There's front parking sensors, and down here is for your driver's assistance tech. It does have a front-facing camera in the actual windshield. There's the 7 corporate slot Jeep grille here. All this in the front fascia is functional. There's the Jeep logo right on top of the hood with this front-facing camera. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the exterior styling. To me, it looks like a Land Rover, which is really good here. And looking at the side profile, this has a 116.7-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 193.5. It does have really good proportions here in this luxury segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, I love the aluminum finish here. These are a 265/50 tire. The wrap in is 20-inch rim design. As you guys see, look at those brake calipers, really large brake calipers, because this vehicle is very large. There's also the Grand Cherokee badge here with the American flag to show American pride. More aluminum trim here on the side panel, on the door handles, around the window trim. There's this LED side marker here with this gloss black mirror cap. And my model does have this large panoramic sunroof here with these aerodynamic roof rails. And as you guys can see, I love this quarter rear panel here. It looks really good with this floating roof design. These taillights are very slim. They're full LED, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. And there's the Jeep badge here, also with this rear wiper. And my model also has a rear view camera mirror up there. And there's the Summit badge here, and there's rear parking sensors. And you can also tow with this vehicle as well. There's dual tip exhaust, and open up the cargo back here. This does have a power opening tailgate. Once it opens up, it reveals 37.7 cubic feet of space, and this is how you close the trunk via this button here. And there's a 12-volt here. Once you fold down the rear seats, this one is a 5-seater. You can go for the L version, which will have 3 rows of seating. Jeep says this gets 70.8 cubic feet of space. And underneath the load floor here, Jeep does give you a full-size spare tire instead of a fix and flat kit. Sitting in the interior of the Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit here, I love this nice two-tone color combination. There's real wood trim here, also with real metal trim throughout this vehicle. This does offer 4 different screens. You also have a digital rear view camera mirror. Also the passenger screen that does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless, or you can do it through the wire connection, which is down here. There's a wireless phone charger in there, and the driver also gets this fully digital display so that you can customize the video controls on the steering wheel. Let's talk about the materials here on the door panel. Like I mentioned, real wood trim. This also has massaging seats for the driver and passenger, 2-person memory seats with this aluminum accented door handle here. It's going to be nice and padded here. I like the nice diamond quilted stitching, also with this nice area right here to rest your elbows. It is auto up and down for all 4 windows. Your lock controls here with the gloss black trim. You can also power fold the mirrors in via this button here and adjust the mirrors as well. This does have the Macintosh sound system. It will illuminate at night. Nice metal speaker cover here, and there's the Macintosh speakers up there. This also offers additional storage and cup holder space here in the door pocket. But shutting the door, and to start up the vehicle, you guys know, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here on the dash. It does says Jeep since 1941. It does says Cherokee there in the fully digital display. Like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you guys can see, you can customize this by pressing this button right here. Now it's showing me what's playing in my from my phone. You can also change the song as well. You can customize this display right here to show your fuel economy, also what you've been averaging and whatnot. And you can also put this like map display here. I think I like this look a little bit better. It looks clean, doesn't clutter up the display. The materials on the dashboard gonna be a nice leather with nice stitching here. That stitching is continued throughout this whole entire interior. Above me is gonna be LED lights. You also have controls here for this large panoramic sunroof here, which lets light and air into the cabin once you open it up. Like I mentioned, it does have the digital rear view camera mirror, which is really nice tech, and Jeep is showing everyone that they can build a world-class vehicle. There's also this heads-up display here. I like the nice 3-spoke wheel design. There's that wood trim here, that beautiful stitching with some gloss black trim and aluminum painted trim here. There's paddle shifters for the 8-speed auto. There's your rocker panel back of the steering wheel here, so you can adjust the volume and also the sync and track. There's a wind wiper stock here. There's the turn signal and automatic high beam switch. The headlight controls are here. Electronic parking brake, your hood latches there, your dimmer switches there also. Looking here at this infotainment system, like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's very responsive, very snappy, and I just love how clear the screen is. Is there you connect a system there. Looking at the ways here, it does take up the complete screen. Going here, you can manipulate the screen here to access the heated steering wheel function, the 3-level heated and cool seats. Just in case you guys are not a big fan of the actual physical buttons, it does have dual climate control, and the passenger also gets a massage function as well. It does say Summit here on the upper part of the seats. Very comfortable, supportive seats. I like the way that they look and feel. This is also a real metal shifter here, just like on the Grand Wagoneer. There's a 12-volt there, HDMI port, 2 Type-C ports, also 2 Type-A ports. My iPhone 14 Pro Max is in the wireless phone charger area here. You can close this off. There's a lot of gloss black trim going on right here, so it will leave fingerprints. And me personally, I will be wiping this down constantly because I do have OCD. Over here is going to be for your volume controls, your driver's assistance tech. This also has adaptive lane keeping assist and whatnot, so it will keep you and your family safe on long road trips. Pressing this button right here for sport, it does show a little nice sport graphic, and that's also an auto. This one is missing the 4-wheel drive system, so it is the 4x2. Like I mentioned, gloss black trim with some aluminum trim here on top of these lids. Looking at the glove compartment here, it does offer a good amount of storage. But let's hop over here to the passenger side so I can show you guys how the screen works. So you guys are the passenger, you can just sit here in the passenger side and you can press this button up here. You can now turn the screen on, and the driver cannot see that. That's what Jeep does not want the driver to see, so that's why it looks very dark from that side when I was showing you guys. You can also connect your Bluetooth, there's video, so you can also kind of bring a gaming console with you guys if you would like on a long road trip. And there's different things. You can go to cameras, just in case the driver is not really paying attention. It does display a backup view, also with the front view there as well, and with a top-down 360 view as well. So it does manipulate the screen here and shows it there as well. Going back here to home, it does show different things that you guys can, do and whatnot. There's your controls, notification bell there. So I like this passenger screen. This is a 10.25-inch display here, which is really nice. So if you guys are on a long road trip and you don't want to be too bored, you can connect your HDMI port, like I mentioned, or USB, or you guys can just listen to your favorite tunes via the Bluetooth connection there. And I forgot to mention, there's an automatic start-stop, lane keeping assist, your traction control, hazard button, parking sensors, and this vehicle can park itself. And now I can just turn the passenger screen off. So now it's just a black display there. But if I wanted to turn it on, I can just press that. Now it's back on. But overall, the interior of the Jeep Grand Cherokee does not disappoint. I like the nice high quality materials, also the nice tech that Jeep is offering for this new generation. Getting into the Jeep Grand Cherokee here, open up the rear door. This vehicle does offer a lot of space back here, even though this one is the 5-person seater here. You guys can go for the 3rd row if you guys truly need the extra seating capacity. But keep in mind, you have to go for the L version, not the short wheelbase version. Looking here at the door panel materials, they're carried over from the front. Nice high quality materials. I like the nice wood trim with the aluminum accented door handle. There's that diamond quilted stitching, more beautiful stitching here. Aluminum trim is there. The switch gears feel really nice. This also has a Macintosh sound system. I like the nice metal speaker cover here. And there's this manual sunshade here to block out the sun or the haters. Additional storage and coupled with the space down here in the actual door pocket. You can recline the seat via this handle here. As you guys can see, I do have it at a nice angle so you can get comfortable on a long road trip. But getting back here, as you guys can see, I'm only 5'8". I do have plenty of space back here in the back seat. Jeep says this has 38.5 inches of rear legroom space. And there's also an vent right here on the pillar. But shutting the door here, there's also these 2 cargo mat pockets back here. There's rear air vents. You also have your own set of climate controls. There's 3-level heated seats. Your USB charging ports are here, which is a Type-C and Type-A port. A household outlet. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. Like I mentioned, you can recline the seats to get very comfortable. And up top, there is this LED light back here, and this grab handle with this large panoramic sunroof here, which lets light and air into this cabin. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. The back seat of the Grand Cherokee does not disappoint. It definitely does not feel like a penalty box, but keep in mind, if you guys want to have a little bit more seating capacity, you have to look at the Grand Cherokee L. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. This has Jeep's base powertrain, which is the 3.6 liter V6. This powertrain makes 293 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. If you guys want a faster powertrain, I would recommend going for the 5.7 liter V8. Jeep says that makes 357 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 for the V8 is rated at 6.9 seconds. Here for the 3.6 liter V6 is rated at 7.5 seconds. As the Summit sits here, it weighs around 4,200 pounds. Jeep says this can tow 6,200 pounds with the V6. But making our way over to the fuel door here, let's talk about fuel economy for the V6. You guys can also go for the 4xe, which is their plug-in hybrid vehicle that will get 25 miles of all electric range. Fuel economy here for the V6 is rated at 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 22 combined. So starting off in the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit here, it's been a while since I've been behind the wheel of the Grand Cherokee family here. This has Jeep's 3.6 liter V6. It's a naturally aspirated powertrain. It makes 293 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can go for the 5.7 liter V8. That would make 357 horsepower. And I haven't driven that powertrain as of this filming. But with the V6 here, you have to rev this thing out. But I like the way that it sounds. It has a nice snarl. The ride quality here is very buttery smooth. This one doesn't have the adaptive air suspension. This is the 4x2, but it does drive really good. Very smooth and good ride quality here from this vehicle. Let's talk about fuel economy. This is rated to get 19 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 22 combined. So it is fuel efficient. You can go for the 4xe, which you can get around 375 horsepower and around 470 pound-feet of torque and 25 miles of all electric range. So you guys can basically coast to work if you stay within 25 miles of that charge range. You know, just basically get to work and charge up at work if there's a charging station there. But it is nice that Jeep is giving you different powertrain options, which is just really nice. The visibility out of this vehicle here is really good. You also have this digital review camera mirror, just in case you guys have things stacked up in the back or people that's just too tall to look out of the rear of. But the visibility is good. You also have adaptive cruise control with active lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, forward collision warning, and blind spot monitoring. So all the nice driving assistance tech that you guys want from Jeep, Jeep does give it to you here. And I have the vehicle in a sport mode, and it sounds really good. Even, let's do a slight run here and see. This thing will hustle. Jeep claims 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. If you guys go for the V8, it will do it in 6.9 seconds. So it is very fast if you guys go for the V8 model. But this being the V6, it's a good powertrain, but like I mentioned, you have to rev this thing to get it into the meat of its power band. The 8-speed auto is paired very good with this powertrain. But me personally, I want to drive the V8 model. I haven't gotten the chance to do it. And also, if you guys want to drive, if you guys want to have more seating capacity, you can go for the L, which will have the 3rd row seating. Let's take the vehicle out of a sport mode here, and let's just basically drive it in auto. As you guys can hear, the revs kind of toned down. The exhaust is not drone into the cabin. This vehicle does have really good sound deadening materials. I don't even hear the outside world, and it's just so quiet in this vehicle. I love the nice two-tone color combination. I can't see it from here, but the passenger screen is on. The passenger can, you know, swipe through different menus and widgets and whatnot and look at the backup camera and front camera if they choose to do so. But I just love the Grand Cherokee. This thing looks very Land Rover-like, and I think Jeep did a fantastic job here with this all-new chassis, all-new interior, all-new exterior styling. They just did a really good job here with the Grand Cherokee. It's a fantastic family vehicle if you guys are looking to put your family in here, or even for yourself. Me personally, I would go for the same trim level that I have here, which is a Summit, especially with this nice brown or light interior, which is really nice. The ride quality, once again, is just buttery smooth. The steering feel is very playful. You can feel what the front tires are doing. It's still a Jeep. It still has really good ground clearance. It is capable of going off-road, but not with the Summit. This is more like a luxury version. You guys can get like a Trailhawk model, which will have like disconnecting front and rear sway bar connects and whatnot. But if you guys are looking for the ultimate American Land Rover, I think Jeep does not disappoint here with the Grand Cherokee Summit. After spending time with the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit, I love the nice two-tone color combination. This does have a very smooth ride quality. The powertrain, it's good for this to be a base powertrain, but you have to rev this vehicle out, which I love to do. The 8-speed automatic is very smooth. It knows what right gear to be in, and it does pair very well with the 3.6 liter V6. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed my review here on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit 4x2. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at @DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next video.